Welcome, everyone. My name is Lee Cohen, and thank you for joining me today. I'm excited to be working with Arts for All Florida to bring art to your home. So today I will be teaching you how to draw a bird on a line and at night as a silhouette. So we're going to be doing two techniques. We're going to be taking the sky, the night sky, and giving texture to it. And we're going to be taking a heart and turning it into a bird. And that bird will be a silhouette. So I look forward to creating with you today. And I would like you to pause the video if you feel that I'm going way too fast. And when you've caught up, then you can continue. And please, if you need to put this video in closed caption, just press the CC and you'll be able to read everything that I'm saying. So let's get started. Well, we'll need watercolor paper, watercolor paint, we'll need paint brushes, water, a pencil, any kind of pencil is okay, a black Sharpie, and it should be black because we're doing silhouettes, and salt. Yes, salt. So the first thing we're going to do is that we're going to take our watercolor paper and we're going to put it horizontal. We're going to grab our pencil, our water, our watercolor paint, and our salt. Here I'm going to be using crushed salt because I wanted to experiment with it just to see how it works. So the first thing I'm going to do is that I'm going to draw with the pencil the moon. I had already wet the colors I want to use, and I am going to paint, and I've noticed that I'm doing it nice and wet. There, I don't want to go all the way to the edges, and now I'm going to sprinkle some of that salt on the watercolor. Now, but wait, I kind of didn't do the edges of the moon, so let me do this right now so we can have a nice moon. Now, all we have to do is wait for it to dry. Meanwhile, let's grab a piece of scrap paper, our black Sharpie, and let's practice doing our silhouette of a bird. We're going to draw the number 2, a simple number 2. This is how I like to do my heart. And then we're going to mirror it, which is doing the opposite way, a backwards 2. Now let's try again. I'm going to do a line, and I'm going to try to do it again. A number 2, and now a backwards number 2. Perfect. Now let's take an upside down U on top of the heart, and let's put a beak, sideways triangle, and let's pick a shape like a teardrop in the middle and overlap one behind it, and the same on the other side. That looks like a bird so far to me, but we're going to color it in with the black Sharpie because we're doing silhouettes. So it needs to be nice and black. Now let's try this one with that space in the middle. Upside down U, a triangle that's sideways for the beak, and let's try a different shape, something like a triangle. Now let's color it in. Now let's see. It looks dry to me, and I can see the grains of salt. Now that it's completely dry, we go to the next phase. I'm going to use a brush, and I'm just going to brush off all of the grains of salt. But a lot of times I don't use a brush. I'm just being fancy right now, but I usually use my hands. Notice how the salt has removed some colors and we have a texture. And so we didn't paint that. The salt did those nice designs on it. We're going to use our black Sharpie and we're going to draw a line all the way across. Because what we want is for it to look like the electrical lines where we're driving by and we see all these birds on top of it, except this is nighttime. If you don't feel confident, because this is the art, we can use a pencil. I'm going to sharpen my pencil to make sure it's nice and pointy. And we're going to do what we did in our scrap, except with the pencil. There. Now we'll get our Sharpie and we will color it in. This was so much fun, and we used crushed salt. I want to do another one, and this time I'm going to do I did the moon facing the other way, and I'm going to use table salt and see how the texture is when we pour it onto our watercolor paint. It's a lot different. But we still get nice texture. We still get a nice design, and it's different. This time I'm going to use the black Sharpie without the pencil. I'm going to draw the line where the birds are going to be sitting or perched. I'm going to do my number 2. Now I'm going to do the backwards number 2. Now I'm going to do the upside down U. I want it to look at the moon, so I'm going to have the beak pointing to the moon and the tail. That was nice. Now let's color it in. Let's have a friend for our bird who is also enjoying looking at the moon. I love it. I'm going to put 3 little birds that are going to probably join them. And I love our project today. I love that we used salt and we got 2 different kind of skies. Oh my goodness, wasn't that fun? Thank you so much for joining me. And I hope you enjoyed doing art as much as I did. And please comment and also post your creations so that you can share it and we can enjoy it along with you. So please don't forget to use our handle at Arts for All Florida, and that's at Arts, the number 4, All Florida. I'll see you next time. Bye.